सावन दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दार बार जी जोली बार देओ काली सावन दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दार बार जी जोड़ी बार देयो खाली मेरे जयम ने तेनू लाखन तो आज रन लाखन तो आज रन मैं भी तन का दी सतगुरु तेनू पुकारना मेरे जयान तेनू लाखन तो आजरन लाखन तो आजरन मैं भी तामने बान का दी सतगुरु तेनू पुकारना फासियाने विच मजदारे दे तेरे द्वारे ते आइए रूल दी रुलंदी गाले ला गाले सतगुरु प्यारेया मेरी पेश न जांदी सावन दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दार बार जी जोड़ी बार दियो खाली किते सी कोल दाता आके नी बाजा पुले जा पुलान मेरी दिल चा समझा दिल चा समझा किते सी कोल दाता आके नी बाजा आके नी बाजा पुले जा पुलान मेरी दिल चा समझा दिल चा समझा कुले ते सारे रास्ते तेरे वास्ते मेरे सतगुरु पियारे कात लवंगे सरदक एक तेरे सहारे सावन दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दार बार जी जोड़ी बार दियो खाली चंदा वीरो रोके पदलन च लुक गया पदलन च लुक गया मेरी आंखियां ने दा पानी भी सुख गया पानी भी सुख गया चंदा भी रो रो के बदला च लुक गया बदला च लुक गया मेरे आंखियां ने दा पानी भी सुख gaye sare satatve prabhuve तुझ आज भी नहीं आया कि करम ने मेरे सुनिया दिल बारे बारे आया सावन ने दातू कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दार बार जी जोली बार दियो काली सावने दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दारे बार जी जोली बार दियो काली सारी उमर रंग विच रोवांगे जाती सेज अच्छी सेज उते सोवंगी सारी उमर तेरी रंग विच रोवांगी जाती सेज सची सेज उते सोवंगी दासिकाए कृपाल जी दीनदयाल जी जुते जग है सारा सच रिश्ता है तुम्हारा हमारा सावने दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दारे बार जी जोली बार दियो काली सावने दातू लाल जी कृपाल जी सारा जग दातू वाली आए तेरे दार बार जी जोली बार दियो काली You are this Jivala Savana Kripalji. You are the owner of the whole world. We have come to your door, to your court. Fill up the empty joy. So, this retreat has been this kind of thing. We have come to the place where Satguru's grace can be showered in order to feel our joy, means feel ourselves with His blessings, with His grace. And I think that whosoever attended had a chance to get this kind of grace or upliftment, peace, joy, love. According to the moment we are living, according to the situation we are in, according to the possibility that is with us. Sanjay often used to say, the problem is never with the giver, the problem is with the receiver. The giver is ready to give anything, but the receiver must also be ready to get it. So, we should just be happy with what happens with us, the way things go. We should just accept anything that comes to us, with joy, with gratitude, and this wanting more of what it is, it's really not good, because it makes us always frustrated. So what I've learned in these many years that I followed the path is to be always content with anything that comes, anything that happens, and just go with it. We always want this or want that. We always want things to be different than what they are. And this is not wisdom, really. It's not wise. Because things are as they are. So the art of living is trying to adapt always to the situations that we are living, the situation that we are in, and try to improve them by that right attitude, by doing those things which help us to be in a better mood, in a better spirit, in a better perspective of life. So that's why we do our spiritual practice, to always try to keep up as much as possible this level of consciousness, which either goes up or goes down, can't stay at the same level. And the thing is, the more we are involved with the world and worldly things in an exaggerated way, the more our consciousness drops down. And the more it drops down, the more it wants to drop down. That's how it goes. So for us, somebody wants well-being and peace in life, it's a must to do one spiritual practice. So that at least for a period during the day, we try to bring peace to this mind and put a break to this chain of thoughts and desires and cravings, and always want something else. So, to just be happy with what we have. Try to do our best to improve our life within certain limits, but in the awareness that the real joy, the real peace comes from within and not from outside. So once we have enough to live a dignified life, then we should try to dedicate our time to our spiritual practice so that we may keep our mind under control, our cravings under control, reduce them, and just be at peace with what it is. The peace of very simple things. The peace of being alive. The bliss of being alive. Of being capable of inhaling and exhaling. The joy of very simple things. Not wanting the impossible. But it doesn't come just by itself. It's not given to human beings to be just happy with what they have. Because it's in the nature of the mind, of the ego, of we human beings to always want something else. Being satisfied with what we have. So this we have to control if we want peace in our life. we have to keep it limited. And for doing this, in my experience, there is nothing better than spiritual practice. So, we have come to this retreat to do this, to do spiritual practice, to reorient our life, to go deeper within ourselves, finding more and more peace, more and more joy, share some few moments with people that we like to spend time with. And it's very important to keep this awareness and try to expose oneself periodically to these situations, which are really the most important, the most effective way of keeping us on the right track, renewing our commitment to the path, renewing this pleasure of finding something more elevated within ourselves. Getting a better perception of life, a better perspective of life. So in my life I've been doing this so much, and I always found it very, very helpful. It has always given me the reorientation about priorities in life. I'm doing this for 44 years of my life now, and I hope to be able to do it till I live. And I will never change my life with the life of anybody, because I feel so lucky to have had this destiny of having these two great personalities in my destiny that have influenced my life so deeply, so much, in a positive way, in a very beautiful way. And I feel so lucky to have these great loves in my life. I've had all the loves that one can have in life. My parents were very good people, very honest people. My mother was such a lovely person. And I've had good brothers, I think. They're all honest people, they have a good life. We are not very much connected with each other, but I'm happy that they have been honest people and they've been able, all of them, to make their life in a dignified way. I've had a wife who loved me so much, and with whom I shared so many years of my life. Daughter. So you know, all these kind of relations. But the peak, the most important, the most deep, the most meaningful relations of my life, they are those with Master and Sant Ji. They're just of a different dimension, of a different quality, different deepness, intensity. So I understand that my life has been very blessed, really, to have all of this. And one can't wish for more. So what else should I want? I don't want anything, really. I'm just very happy with this. And the most lucky thing is that have been given this capacity, this attitude of perseverance, really insisting. This is a bit dominant factor in my life. This grace, I would say, this capacity of keeping the relations. And it's very important to be able to keep the relations. Otherwise we always stay on surface. It's very important to go deep into the problems and try to find a solution to them, rather than running away from them. So I was able to keep this long relation with Sanji from beginning to end. I am so grateful for it. Also, in my family life, I've been able to keep it together for the many years that were given. And this also makes me very happy. But this has not come just out of nothing. I've been doing so much meditation to keep my mind on the right track, to always renew my understanding of things, to always renew my attitude, change my attitude, keep it always on the right track. And if I think back, sometimes when I think by myself about my life and how it has gone and how was I able to do all these things, really I wonder. It was just grace, really. So I know, out of my experience, that if one is able to live such a life, then life becomes really worthwhile living. And all what we go through falls in its own place. Everything is perfect. But if you're not able to do this, then everything becomes chaotic. Our thoughts become chaotic. Our life becomes chaotic. Our relations become chaotic. So try your best to do your meditation. Keep your mind on the right track, really is good. It will make your life much more pleasant, much more of a joyful event, rather than a dramatic event. So, I thank you for coming to this retreat and spend time together, doing our best to come to a higher level. Good company is very important in life. Good friends, very important. People who are willing to do this kind of work. You don't find many. So many words, so many beliefs, so many this, so many that. But the real spiritual practice is not so frequent.